Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to 14 Days of Christmas. This is a series that MK and I decided we needed to do, and we invited a whole bunch of our friends to play along. And normally I'm going to be working with a kit, but today I decided this is a layout that I wanted to share. I am lifting this layout from Kristen Burkhart Carlson. And I actually did this layout quite some time ago, and somehow it never made it onto my channel. So I definitely wanted to share it because it's definitely worthy of being on, being shared. Kristen's layout was absolutely beautiful, and I loved it so much I decided I had to go ahead and do something similar, only I wanted mine to be Christmassy. So I pulled in this really beautiful paper. The black one is from My Mind's Eye Yuletide. The red plaid is a Heidi Swap paper, I believe. And then I'm going to be using a bunch of embellishments that are from Kjpargeter, and they're from their Christmas edition. And all of these are old, so nothing really new here. But I love that black one. It does have a little bit of silver sparkle, little, almost like holly berries. But they're gorgeous. So that is what drew me to pulling in this silver sparkle washi tape, because there is silver on that black paper. I think it's really stunning and different for the holidays, because I kind of get tired of red and green all the time. So pulling in red and black was kind of just a nice change. And the photo is of my daughter, my son-in-law, and my grandson. And they are standing in front of the fireplace at my mom's house. So all ready for Christmas. I decided to tear the long edge of the washi tape just to give it some different texture and to change it up a bit. So I didn't want that straight flat line. I wanted some softer edges, and I think it looks really cool the way that it came out. I'm really happy with that. You don't see as much of it once all of the embellishments are down, but it's, you know, when you start with something, you don't know exactly where your embellishments are going to go, so you got to do the whole thing. I didn't obviously do where the photograph is covering, otherwise it was just kind of a waste of space. I am adding some liquid glue to this washi because it peels super easily, and I didn't want it to just peel right off the paper. So I did add just a tad of liquid glue to hold it in place so it doesn't come off. I am going to use some Heidi Swap Color Shine in Tinsel, which is kind of a dark silver color. I have to give it a really good shake to get it all mixed up, and then I'm going to splatter it around in the background. It's kind of like it's silver, but with kind of like a gunmetal background to it. It's not really a light white silver. So I really like the way that came out. And then I'm going to use some white Mr. Huey's, which is actually not white. It is it's a light silver. I don't remember what the name of the color is, but it's super old. I don't even know if you can get it anymore. But it is silver, but with a light background to it. So 2 different kinds of silver there. And I'm really happy with the way that looks. I am using another piece of paper. This is actually a Christmas collection. I know the back does not look like Christmas because it's got lots of pinks and greens, but I'm using this piece of paper as a background for my photo. I've already got it matted in black. It's already got the white border around the photo because that's how I printed it. And then I'm pulling in the Kjpargeter embellishments because they are all black and white. Well, they're black and kind of cream, and I know I've got cream and white going on, and I know that's a struggle for a lot of people. It does not bother me one bit. The black paper actually has the holly leaves on it, and they are kind of creamy looking as well. And then the red plaid has a white stripe in it, but then the lighter stripe kind of reads as a creamy pinky stripe. So I think it works well together. And I'm really happy with the way that it ends up turning out. I don't feel like it looks weird or anything with the two. And I think the idea is, for me anyway, I treat cream like it's any other color. You just have to add a lot of it so it looks like it belongs there. Same with white. So if you're mixing cream and white, add them in multiple places and add plenty of it, and it looks like it's supposed to be that way. If you just add one item that's cream on a page that everything else is white, then it looks weird. That's my thought on that anyway. I don't know if that's something that you agree on or not, but that's the way that I look at it. And when I'm using something that has both colors in it, that's kind of what I go with. And now I'm looking at using this Wink of Stella pen with red and thinking about coloring in the berries. And I did a test piece there because that piece was not really going on my layout. So I wasn't really 100% sure if I was going to use it or not with the red. So I'm kind of thinking about it and making that decision. I don't believe I end up using it. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of liquid glue to all of these embellishments to get them to go where I want. I did end up using a little bit of like a yellow color in the center of a couple of those flowers because there was so much black in there. Putting the yellow over it didn't make like a big yellow splotch or anything. You're going to see it much better in the close-ups, but I end up liking the way that it looks. So pardon me. Getting over a cold. Hopefully I'm not having to clear my throat too much. I did add some red berries to that little circular piece that says Mary on it. I don't actually know what the rest of the words are on it. It's been quite some time since I did this layout, and I'm voicing it a lot later, so I'm not really sure what those other pieces say. I think one says Merry Christmas, one says Fa La La, and I think the other one might say Christmas Wishes on it. I am popping up a few of these pieces up onto some foam tape, just adding a little liquid glue to hold everything down. And now I am playing with the placement of everything again on the right hand side, and I did end up using the piece that has the berries in it. I do like this piece that goes all the way up to the top of the photo just to add a little bit more height on that side. I think it works well since the paper coming in from that side is on the diagonal and adds height anyway, so it doesn't make that dip between the photograph and that red paper look so severe. So I think that was a smart move to go ahead and bring some of the foliage and the embellishments up higher on the right hand side of the photo. Kind of going with a diagonal design here, and I'm liking the way that it's looking. I do end up using the Wink of Stella pens to bring in a little bit more color and sparkle to the embellishments. I think this was a really smart collection for Kaiser Craft because these embellishments could pretty much be used with just about anything, provided you don't mind some cream background in there. It's very vintage kind of looking with it's got corner embellishments, and it's got like the font is kind of like has an old world feel to it. So very vintage feeling to the entire thing. So I'm liking how this is coming together. I'm going to place that little Christmas wishes piece over to the right, using my acrylic block just to kind of hold everything down, bringing in a corner piece to the upper left-hand corner to hold the photo. And we don't normally get really dressed up for Christmas, so it's kind of unusual that they're dressed up. But I believe they might have been going over to his parents' house for Christmas, and we caught them on the way out and took a picture. So my title is just going to go up the left-hand side of the photo. It's going to be Christmas Eve because this was taken on Christmas Eve. And I'm using these little tiny thickers which have a little bit of a red and silver and black and gold sparkle in them. And I really like the way that looks. I just want to remind you there are a bunch of people playing along with this hop. All of their links are down below. I don't know that everybody has a video every single day, but there are plenty of people who do have videos available for you if you click on their channels. So as you can see here, I'm using some Elizabeth Craft Design labels, and I used a little bit of Catherine Pooler ink and rouge to create this little label here where I can just go ahead and stamp the date or write the date in. And I'm not actually writing a lot more information, that just a tiny bit here about they were headed over to his parents and the date. And that is it, you guys. I don't have, I'm not going to add a whole bunch of other journaling. Oh, I guess I added the date at the top. I'm not going to add a lot of other journaling to this layout. This is pretty much it in its final form. Thanks so much for watching. Check out everyone else who's playing along. Again, links are down below. Links for products that I may have used are down below as well. And I hope to see you guys again on, let's see here, we're playing Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. So come back and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.